Hello, Hare Kirtan.
Hello, Wayne. It's good to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
I have a question. You said recently to one of the people, you said you are empowered to look at the pointers and uh, and like the universe is watching you, etc. And at the same time, you say we have no choice and we have no, if I hear you correctly, that we have no responsibility or choice, which I guess would include any choice, like to look or not to look. So who is empowered and who can look or not look in that context?
Yes. The one I am referring to is the one who just asked me that question.
Does it imply that there is a choice to look at the pointers?
There may be, yes.
Yes, and at the same time, you often say that there is no choice inherently.
Inherently is the key word. So you are sometimes given choices and you are empowered to make a choice.
Like, are you saying that sometimes there is a choice and sometimes there is no choice?
Yes.
Um,
Did you ever hear me tell? I must have. Well, I'm going to tell it again anyway.
mhm.
The story of my being on the airplane.
Yeah, you.
I but other people haven't heard it. So, and since you're still asking me the same question, I'm going to give you the same answer again. And that is that I was on an airplane and the flight attendant came and asked me what I would like to drink. And I said, I would like a sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime in it, please. And she said, well, which would you prefer, lemon or lime? You have a choice. I said, okay. If I have a choice, I would like a squeeze of lime, please. So she went away and to the galley and came back with my drink. And she put it down on the table. And in the glass was a lemon. And she said, I'm very sorry, sir. I got to the galley and I found that we were all out of limes. So I was given a choice. I made a choice. And then I got what I got, which in fact had nothing whatsoever to do with my choice. Sometimes I make a choice, I'm given a choice for the lemon or the lime, I make the choice for the lime, and I receive that which I chose. So in that case, we say my choice was part of my getting what I got. But clearly, the choice did not cause me to get what I got, because if the choice caused me to get what I got, then I would always get what I chose. And that is clearly not the case.
Yeah, but can that story describe how the whole universe functions?
It can point you to look at how the whole universe functions, yeah.
So, if I understand it correctly, it means that basically you're mostly pointing out to absence of choice, but at the same time you say you're empowered to look at, which
No, the story, I clearly had a choice in that moment to choose a lemon or a lime. I chose. I do that all the time. I go to restaurants. They ask me, what do I want? I choose this dish or I choose that dish. So there's choices. I make choices continuously. And sometimes the my choice is part of my getting what I want, and other times it's not. But the choices happen. The question this teaching asks is not whether we have choices or not, but what is it that animates those choices? And we have the false sense that our choice is responsible for what we get.
but okay, but when you say to someone you're empowered to look at, it's like an advice, right? So it's like, so there is like an implication that if a person does something, something might happen, right?
Yes. If you select, you choose lime, you may get lime.
um, so the essence of what you are sharing is that there is something that animates everything, and it's not our individual something, right? It's something that is animating all of it.
Well, that's certainly what the teaching is pointing to, yes.
um, but okay, does this big something is, does it make any choices?
But this big something is actually not a thing. And that's where it gets very mystical.
Does it have any logic, like behind the movement?
Only an object can have properties. And what we were pointing to is not an object.
But okay, it's not an object, um, but it moves what we consider objects, right?
It, it is everything. It is the movement, it is the object, it is the energy, it is everything. And yet it is not a thing.
Um, okay, and is there some logic in what is happening within this? Not a thing, not a thingy thing. Is there some cause and effect kind of?
Are you asking me, does logic exist?
Yeah, yeah. Is it the things that happen within this thing that animates things? Does it? Is there some logic within it?
Logic exists within it, as does chaos, because everything exists within it. And yet it is not limited.
So what is ruling this logic? Like when it animates things, is there some like reason or logic behind it?
Well, it might be interesting to look into it and see whether you can find that.
And did you find it yet?
I've already done all this.
You can share what you saw, maybe.
I've been doing that for 25 years. And that's what I'm doing now. But I'm not giving you an answer. You're looking for an answer. And the only answer that is of any value for you is the one that you find for yourself. Hari Kirtan.
Yeah, okay, just one last maybe. So there are some teachers, right, that
There are lots of teachers who will say everything. So if you find one who gives better answers, I suggest that you pursue them.
no, it's not about better or worse, it's about like bringing it to some uh, anyway, so there is this notion that there is like no one doing anything, etc., right? Like,
There's all kinds of notions.
so
If you want to compare notions, what this teacher says and that teacher says, we'll be here for the rest of our lives.
but from your point, is there is someone doing something?
Yes, there's Wayne having a conversation with Hari Curtin. We're both doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria's translating.
Mm-hmm.
We're all doing things.
Yeah, but are we having choice to do them? Like, are we doing them by yeah, man. Okay. So the point, so I'm trying to understand what you say. So yeah, we are doing them, but there is this something animating us doing it, kind of.
I would refer you to your breath. You are breathing. You're doing that?
Well, it's happening, yes.
Yes, it is. And you're doing it. I'm not doing your breathing. You're doing your breathing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're very welcome.